Former Iranian President Ayatollah Akbar Hashemi Rafsanjani has died. He'd earlier been taken to hospital in Tehran with heart problems. The 82-year-old remained an influential figure in Iran. He led the Expediency Council, which is an important body that resolves disputes between the parliament and the Guardian Council. Let's now speak to Al Jazeera's Dorsa Jabbari. She joins us live from the Iranian capital. And Dorsa, this was really a towering figure in Iranian politics. Just if you can tell us about a reaction there. This news has just come in, but what are you hearing? What are people saying about his death?
Well, Miriam, we heard State TV officially announce Rafsanjani's passing just a few minutes ago, and officials are saying that this is absolutely a huge loss to the country, and also many people are in absolute shock. We only received news of him being taken to hospital a few hours ago. There was a lot of rumors about his death and his passing, but officially State TV has just announced that he has died at the age of 82. Now, Rafsanjani is a very, very important figure in this country. He not only was the former president, he led many different government bodies during his career. He was also one of the founding fathers of the revolution, which took place here in 1979, and also a very close friend and confidant to the supreme leader. Rafsanjani actually helped elect the current supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, after the passing of Ayatollah Khomeini. Now, the two remained very good friends, very close confidants of each other. If there was any issues that needed to be discussed, the two would always talk about it with each other. The Supreme Leader has already said, according to State TV reports, that nobody will be able to replace Hashemi Rafsanjani in his life.
Yes, in many ways, he's not just a former president. He is very much a founding father of the Islamic Republic. And he could really get away with, he reached such a level of authority within the country that he was able to express himself and say things that many others wouldn't be able to, in a way that others weren't able to. What about the immediate political impact of his death?
Well, it's really couldn't be at a worse time in the Islamic Republic. There is the disputes between the current government, President Rouhani, and the judiciary, and that of another large family, that of the Larajanis. Former President Rafsanjani was seen as a mediator. There was a feeling that he was one of the fathers of the country. If there was any issues, they would go to him, and he would advise on how to resolve them, along with the current supreme leader. Now, there was also, he's one of the most famous, probably the most famous families in the country. His many children and grandchildren are very, very influential business people in the country. They're involved in many different ventures, including the aviation industry. Now, the president himself, Hassan Rouhani, is also a very much in favor, was in favor with former President Rafsanjani, because we know that Rafsanjani was very critical of former President Ahmadinejad. He was in favor of resolving that period of his presidency and moving forward. Former President Rafsanjani, rather, was also very, very in favor of private sector and entrepreneurship and trying to revive Iran's economy, something that he had many critics for. But regardless, he spoke his mind because he was really one of the most influential people inside the country. He wrote many books. He was actually imprisoned prior to the revolution under the Shah of Iran before 1979. So his whole life was dedicated to establishing the current system that is inside the Islamic Republic.
Dorsa, thank you very much. Dorsa Jabbari with all the latest there from Tehran.